here with someone very dear to my heart. Not just because I love nails, but I love everything about her spirit, her hustle, her drive, her creativity, and that she is so authentically her and she does not fake the shit. So here we are with Miguel Sarah.
We're keeping this.
I got Jamaican with it.
I goes to Jamaica once. Wagwan.
Sarah, we are here with the so
No, this shit's hilarious. I want Neil Champs presents.
I know. Watch that. I'm gonna be like, I'm here with Sarah. On today's episode of For the Kick of It presents, aptly titled Nail Champs, I'm here with the forever dope Sarah, on IG known as Charmed by Sarah, not Chrome by Sarah, because I definitely thought that and she won't let it go. Not only do I love this girl because she does my nails, and we all know how serious I take nails, but I'm always in awe of like her drive, her creativity, her hustle, and most importantly, how authentic she is. She's no holds bar, is unapologetic, doesn't give a fuck about any industry standards and whatnot. And honestly, all of our sessions are just very therapeutic because we talk about anything and everything, and it all usually kind of comes back to sneakers, but with the overall theme of inauthentic people or inauthentic anything versus authenticity. And, being on this fine line as someone who, a lot of people have eyes on, how do you navigate through that? And how do you still try to, maintain being yourself without being jaded? So felt like we'd give you guys a glimpse into one of these sessions.
Shit goes deep.
Yes. So, most of the time when we're out or I see you, you're definitely wearing a pair of sneakers. Like, I don't think I've never not seen you in sneakers.
That's factual.
And given that you have such a unique sense of style, what would you say are like your top favorite sneakers?
My currents are my off-white blazers.
Mm-hmm.
But the spookies that came out in October.
Those are fly.
I got the yellow ones.
The blazers?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And I swear to God, they are my most comfortable Nikes that I own. But because the color, I know myself, and I would wear the shit out of them and fuck them up.
Right.
Which I already got denim stains on them. But it's fine, because it actually looks kind of cute.
That is something that comes up at times where someone's like, I have these pair of sneakers, and especially if they were so popular and like sought after, so it's like you're not going to find it in retail anymore. It's like also a fear of like, who knows if these would ever come back out.
Well, I feel like shoes are meant to be worn.
Mm-hmm.
So for me personally, like, I'm not one to go and resell sneakers. Like, if I have them, it's because I genuinely actually like them, and I'm gonna get wear out of them. And I feel like the more I wear them, the more I'm able to tell a story if and when I'm able to pass them down to like my future kids. So in a way, it's kind of like, I don't know, there'd be some history to it.
Yeah, for sure. So, okay, you have off-white blazers. What's another one?
I'd say my Air Max 90s. Those ones I got when I was out in Portland. And
Which colorway was it?
Black and white. White with black detailing.
Okay.
Those are my beaters. Those are ones that I wear all the fucking time, and they look like trash, but I love it because...
Yeah, usually you hear people like, oh my gosh, it got this crease, legit kind of like annoyances, but there are also other shoes that look so much better once you've worn them a few times rather than being pristine and straight out of the box.
Of course. I used to only wear white shoes before Nike started coming out with like more colorways and stuff. Mm-hmm. But like Reeboks,
why?
They just age better with time. They just look so good. And then I also have Air Forces, just the low. So they were actually like the first pair I ever bought. So with those, I feel like it's just a timeless silhouette.
You do gear towards shoes with clean silhouettes, but also I wonder if that's just because they're more versatile.
Because I always have so much jewelry on.
Mm-hmm.
I always have really elaborate nails.
Right.
So it's like, it's already just like a moment as it is.
From what we've talked about before, you have some heat, or you've had some heat, and you need to talk about that. Don't be humble, because I know you had the Krugers, you had the Tiffany SBs. Didn't you? You had the Mork and Mindy's. Like,
I still
girl.
have the Mork and Mindy's. I have my Dinosaur Juniors. I have the Mork and Mindy's. So that's one of those things. Like, I moved to LA at the age of 19. I just got a job at G-Star in Melrose. I end up just kind of like, being a little flirt on Melrose. And this kid was working at Brooklyn Project. He's like, we're doing a release. I was like, oh, a release for what? He's like, Dinosaur Junior. I was like, who's that? He's like, what? You're on Dinosaur Junior? I was like, no. He's like, it's a for a sneaker for an SB. And I was like, what's an SB? And he's like,
oh, so he was really breaking it down for you, like everything.
This was a whole new fucking world for me. So I was just like, all right, it sounds cute, whatever. So on my lunch break, I went over there and I cut the line, and he's like, what's your size? I was like, I'm a 9. He ends up sliding me a pair, gives them to me. But then after that, I would just always randomly walk into a store, and because you start making face in the neighborhood, people are just like, oh, we're getting this release, I'll set you aside a pair. Oh, so dope. I always just like unintentionally got heat. And then I got the Tiffany dunks, got the Takashis, and then the Krugers. So that was kind of a funny story, because it was a kid who I was kind of close to, whatever. He had been working at a spot in Costa Mesa that got the Krugers or whatever, and then like they got recalled or some shit where they weren't released anymore. And he did some shit and was able to cop some pairs and then gave me one.
Nice. So, nice. Those are the best types of stories.
But fast forward, freeze frame, I ended up being in this relationship, left some shit at my ex's house, forgot about it. Breakup was a little gnarly, and he sold
That's real.
all my heat. And then eventually, like, I just kind of stopped because I fell off of it, because I was also, like, just wanting to be more girly at the time.
Okay. I think that's real, especially as women. We have our phases. Like, your style was just evolving. So I think it would be weird to think that even your taste in sneakers wouldn't change as well.
But yeah, then I came to New York, and I just kind of was, like, only wearing my Doc Martens and, like, ankle boots and just stuff to really, like, secure my feet, because New York is no joke. It's crazy.
So how do you normally like to style how you wear your kicks?
Give me a t-shirt, a hoodie or a sweater.
Yeah.
And some baggy slacks or baggy sweats, and then
you'll just rock that
socks.
Shit.
Yep.
That's real. We always end up talking about the real. And one of the things that I love about you is that you're so unapologetically you. You're real. You're not fronting on anything. And we talk about this too when it comes to sneakers. Like I saw a campaign the other day where it was more workout focused, and they used one of these women who clearly had no idea how to, do the workout. Like, her form was horrible. And I remember being like, there's so many women within this lifestyle, exercising, workout industry. Why didn't you just select her?
It's clout versus craft. People will genuinely care about your following and what you look like than what you have to offer. At the time when Instagram first came out, it was like you could easily be actually inspired, because you're like, yo, I never thought to put an outfit like that together. Right. Or like, I used to think, am I wearing too much jewelry? And I see someone else who's gaudy as fuck, and I'm like, see, that's cute.
Yeah.
So it's almost inspiring, because it makes you want to kind of just be yourself a little bit more. But now, because people really care about the clout, whose dick you're sucking. So if you go on someone's page, they'll have like 100, 200, 300,000 followers, but they're corny as fuck. What are you really about? You could put together a sick outfit. You could pose. You could do all that stuff. You could be an influencer. That's great. If that's getting you money, that's putting money in your account, all that stuff, great. But what is it that you're doing that's actually influencing and inspiring others?
Right.
And I think sometimes as a business strategy for other people, that's what they want to see, which sucks, because then in turn, there's a lot of shows right now that are doing like what you're doing, they're granted yours is on a different level, because you're actually empowering the people around you and the people that you genuinely fuck with. But then you have, all these sneaker shows and that are coming out that want to talk about sneakers, but they don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Right. All they were chosen was whether their Instagram number or, unfortunately, like their look.
Right. Like to me, that's lame, because it's like you're not even speaking about your knowledge on sneakers or speaking about your interest in sneakers. You look at them and you can tell they're not comfortable with, first of all, how they're wearing the sneaker,
right,
how they're walking in the sneaker, and how they're constantly just looking at you up and down to kind of just be like, yo, what are you about? You got some heat on? What's up?
right. If I was to ask you why you like the Cortezes that you have on right now, you'd be able to be like, I like it, it's comfy.
First of all, Nike, what's good? You killed it with this one. The inside is quilted.
It looks comfy as
fuck. Oh my
fuck.
God. I spent all of Jamaica in these. I would not take these off. And I'm also the type too, when I get sneakers, I don't, like, granted these are heat, but like the Safari 270s, yo, when I heard that they didn't sell, I was like, what? And then the minute I put them on, people are like, yo, I would never think to wear it like that. So it's just like, of course, you got to think outside the box. Like,
but so someone's asking you, you actually have, that was my point, to show that you were just like, this is dope. I can make it true and unique to myself. It really ties in with my style. Whereas a clout chaser would be like, oh, you know, Nike gave these to me, or StockX, which is cool. But it's like, if that's your response to me, you just chasing clout.
It's just, a lot of things just get overlooked, I think, too, and people are just so consumed by, like, what everyone else is doing that they lose sight of, like, what they really like about something or what they really want in something.
We're about to embark into the charmed life right now. This journey that it's just full creative control. As you say, you're about to, you know, lace these or create these tiny sculptures. Let's backtrack. Like, why nails? Like, what about nails? Like, were you always, you know, from younger, always like painting your nails, whatever? Like, and how did you get to this point of, you know, creating and developing your own aesthetic?
I remember I was visiting my parents in OC, and I spent the day with them, and I found this Japanese spot called OC Nail and Beauty. Like, I'm sitting in this chair and I'm like watching Mean Girls, and I'm just like, yo, this is different. I have two girls working on me. They each have this like plastic drawer stacked of all these types of trays full of goodies. Like, I was so intrigued by all the shit that they had, that I was like, I want to do this. So I found this Japanese magazine at a bookstore, and I start going through, and I was like, okay, how can I do this but in my own way? So I was taking all old jewelry that I was going through, digging up in boxes. I was going to Forever 21, H&M, buying all the like inexpensive sale jewelry, clipping the backs of the earrings off, and just gluing everything on my hands. And I was figuring it out how to use it. So for like probably 2-3 years, it was just all trial and error. But people would be like, yo, your nails are different. And I was working at G-Star. So many stylists were coming through. Like, everybody and their mother was coming through. Oh, you should do this for a living. But I was like, nah, fuck that. It's G-Star all the way. Right before I started school, I used to have a client who was Vanessa Hudgens' stylist.
Okay.
She hits me up and she's like, hey, are you doing nails, like, as a thing? And I was like, I mean, I'm not doing acrylic and stuff like that, but, like, I could probably put some jewels on. What's up? And she's like, well, I have a client who's really known for her Coachella nails. I did her nails. They lasted for probably, like, maybe a week or two, but then they all fell off. And she told me, but I was just, like, I felt super bad. But she's like, don't even worry about it, girl. Like, I know this is something, like, you're new to, but, like, I'm down to have you do my nails again. So I did it a few more times, and then after that, it was kind of like I just took a break from it. I moved to New York, and I'm out here for a few weeks, and then I ended up just killing it in retail, and I was like, yeah, I'm not doing nails. Like, clearly that was just to clear my head. That's not my business. I have no business doing any of that shit. Next thing you know, I leave that company, go to another company, and I was just at this point of, like, not being able to break through a glass ceiling, and I was like, damn, I just don't want to do this anymore. I reached out to this manicurist, Gina Edwards, on IG. I didn't know shit about the industry, and I was like, hey, you know, I'm interested in doing nails full-time. I would love to assist you. She hits me up instantly and was like, I have a shoot on Saturday. Had no idea what it was for. I pull up on set, and it's for the Yeezy Balmain campaign.
Oh, wow.
As my first assistant gig.
That's crazy.
Dylone, Joan Smalls, Jordan Dunn, like, all these iconic faces. Like, Kanye was there, Kim was there, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like,
wow.
I clearly made the right decision. But obviously,
I know. Talk about a sign or some sort of reassurance a little bit.
Like, people people have so much self-doubt that when the signs are being shown to you, people a lot of time ignore it because of fear. And for me, I just knew I had to do it. So I just started hitting people on IG, just using the resources and the connections that I had. And then I just kind of went full throttle with it. And now, 2.5 years later, like, I'm at a point where it's like I don't want to stop.
Yeah.
But, like, I know that if I keep pushing and I'm consistent and I stay true to what I want and what I like, and I don't follow what everybody else is fucking doing, then I'm going to continue to have the success that I have. But I know I'm not done because it's like there's just too much opportunity that's going to show itself because it's like I listen to myself.
We live in a world where, unfortunately, a lot of people do let other people steer them away.
That's why I say that I have a love-hate relationship with Instagram, because Instagram is allowing people to stay insecure and kind of bottle up a lot of emotion and just follow what everyone else is doing. It doesn't allow people to really focus on themselves because they're constantly looking. Like, you're losing your passion, you're losing your drive, you're losing your creativity if you're not utilizing, the things around you, and you're not checking in with yourself. If you're passionate about something, keep your mind focused on that.
What's your vision in all this? Where do you see yourself?
So I definitely see myself doing more art-based events, more pop-ups, traveling more. I definitely see jewelry possibly coming
That makes
through.
sense.
That's definitely something that will be happening for sure.
Okay.
And, I feel like there's going to be more collaborations. I really feel like people are going to start seeing what this is and just really, want to collaborate on it.
As always, I love these discussions that you and I have, and I appreciate you being so kind and letting us film this so we can share this with the rest of the world, the rest of the real ones, knowing that they're not alone. And of course, for the nails, because it was definitely time to upgrade these claws.
Just a little bit. We needed to go back to coffin.
We did need to go back to coffin. Ow.
Well, thank you so much for having me and including me on your project.
No, of course.
Sharing this experience.